So what's the deal on this Model A? Came over from California in 1968, sat in Glendale, Arizona, just west of me here, and sat there for about 50 years till I picked it up last summer. And I think the motor's been rebuilt. There's a lot of evidence that suggests that, but I want to get the head off. I can't seem to get it to turn over all the way, but it's not stuck. It moves. So, plate, crowbar. Who knows how long this is going to take, but I will get this head off. I took spark plugs. I took the spark plug, and I bashed the end out of it, cut the end off. And I'm going to use these as standoffs. Throw a bolt up through there like that. Put this through the metal plate and hopefully rig something up that I can get some upward pressure on that head and pop that thing loose. Jonathan's outside. He's playing basketball. Every time he dribbles, I tell him to stop dribbling and then tell him to start again. Sorry, Jonathan. All right. There, cleaned it up a little bit, took a little meat off the edge of the bolt, and there's my stack up. So we'll bolt that into the head and see what happens. Maybe pop it loose. Here goes nothing. Let's try it. It came up at the back. It came up at the back. Oh, it feels so good. Oh yeah! Can you see that? Look at that crack. It's working. I don't know how I'll get the rest of the way off, but oh yeah! That 1/4 inch gap is the picture of success. Come on. Oh, yeah! I would say that looks pretty freaking sweet. Let's see. Let's go. Look at that. All right, we got power. All right. Please turn over. Nope. Nope. Mental break. Nothing runs like a deer, but nothing purrs like a pinto. So much better. So I can't get the motor to turn over, and I'm hoping, oops, that take a peek under the inspection cover. Maybe we'll see something. So that would normally look really nasty, except this stuff here is actually grease and not rust at all. Like it's all the original assembly lube. I think that's a pretty good sign. Still can't figure out why it won't turn over though. So here's an interesting camera angle. I'll stand on my toes. What are we gonna do? Pull the pan off. Oh! Can you hear that? That's my garage door farting. I don't know what happens, but when the wind goes through, that's the noise it makes. It wants to come off, it just doesn't know it yet. It's gonna come off and fall on me. Come on. Oh. Well, that was exciting. So, that might look a little gross, but what you see in there is a bunch of grease that was put in there when they rebuilt everything. And not too bad, not too bad. Oh, that's nasty. What is that? Well, maybe that's why it's not turning over. Something's living in there. That's disgusting. This looks like an F-100 in there. Now what? Can't get the engine to budge. Here's my plan. Remember the old crank? So I cut off a bolt, fit in there, took an old socket, I'm gonna weld that in there. That'll engage the crank. I can slip this through the front. I can put tons of leverage on there. Just weld this guy up. Can't get enough purchase on this and it doesn't quite line up, so I'm gonna pop this thing off. All right, here it goes. All right, so I moved it half a turn. Let's see. Oh! It turned over. Oh my God! Yeah! Change of projects. All right, so somebody dropped this on the floor, but not the end of the world. We're gonna fix it. Sheet of mirror. Here's my epiphany. I should have pulled the old glass out first. Not that I was going to use it as a pattern, but look at that little piece of cardboard that was in there. That is probably exactly what size I need to cut the new one too. Live and learn. Use a little gas cutter. I'm going to cut to the inside of the line and see if we can't break this out successfully. Mirror on the wall. Who has the coolest garage of all? Anyways, yeah. So there's the cutout. A little cleanup, little grinding on the edges, and then we'll fit it into this guy, and presto changeo. All right, back to the A. I am not in the mood for scraping gaskets. Oh, let's get this together. Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you, alignment pins. Whoever the internet guy is who recommended that. Hats off to him. Amen. All right, so we're back on the ground. Oil pan back on, put oil in it. It's actually pumping oil with the oil pump, so I'm super stoked. I have one last sticky valve, but since it's pumping oil, it's actually coming out the side. So we've got a fresh set of gaskets, cleaned up parts. We'll get these guys on and continue work on our way up. We've cleaned up the head, got all the valves moving, pistons all look clean, bores look smooth. New head gasket, drop the head on, and new water pump, and let's get this thing back together. All right, distributor all cleaned up. We put in new points, cleaned everything all up, made sure all the connections are good. We'll clean this up in the cap and we'll get this in. Figure, throw a little starting fluid in there, pull the choke, see what happens. Pull the choke. And we should have ignition. Nothing. Possible flare. Ignition is hot. Nothing. Frustrating. There's nothing. Nothing. Everything's easier on the internet. Oh! So close! Oops. Woo! That was cool. Jonathan just had to show this. So Garrett, what you riding?
This Mini.
So Jonathan picked that up at a garage sale. We threw a couple batteries in it, and yeah, charged it up, threw some air in the tires.
Mini bike.
Thanks, Trevor. All right, go Garrett. Rip it up. That's what you get for $4 at a garage sale. Well, he's gone. Doing burnouts. Come on, smoke those tires. That thing's lame.
Taking speeds.
Silent but deadly. More and more useless turning over of the A. Nothing. Power, da da da. Let's go. Let's see if we get some sparks this time. Nothing. Borders choke. Ignition. Retard. That's exciting. Okay. Well, that was exciting. Always having fun in the safest way possible, of course, Mom. See ya. Make it last, garage.